Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Bebop here. We're going to be going over amulets today. There have been a lot of new players that stop by my stream or ask questions in the, what the hell is that? Ask questions in the comments about amulets and different types of protections for mutations. And I was actually surprised by a lot of people didn't know that amulets actually are very important in the game. Extremely important. One of the most overlooked things by a lot of new players because there's so much being thrown at you, you're learning. But let's say I'm in the all opal set for mutations M1 and 2 like I recommended. If you haven't seen that video, feel free to check it out. It's the best way to run M1 and M2s without spending any money, really. Now you see here I have amulets of all sorts of gems here, right? So why are these important? Well, when you get into mutations, especially like M2 and definitely M3s, if you have all opals in your gear for the M1 and M2s, you're going to be at 17.5 protection all across the board. So no matter what dungeon you get in or what mutation you get in, you're at least protected somewhat against the elements. But to boost that number up, you will have these amulets. Now, these amulets will come with protection. Okay, you have nature protection, you have thrust protection, and it's all going to be 15% less of that damage type. Okay, you have flame protection, 15% less flame protection. You have frozen protection, 15% less ice damage. Void protection. You have lightning protection. This is really good on the last boss in Savage Divide. You have slash protection. You also have strike protection, which I don't have in my inventory except for over here. Okay. Not sure if I'm missing one or whatnot. I know there's arcane protection out there, but you'll really never use that unless something else comes up that I can't think of right now. So if I got into the mutations this week, let's look and see what they are. You have Forge once again, and it is Void mutation. Okay. So you would then, if you got in there, you just get your Void protection amulet, you throw it on right there, and now I am 38.4% Void protection. Now it's going to make the dungeon super easy, and you just go through there and you're perfectly protected. If I was to go into the depths this week is fire. Okay. So you would then throw on the flame protection amulet. Okay, you might have to adjust your stats when you get in there or whatnot, but at least this will save you a lot of time and headache. Instead of slotting different sets for different mutations, this is how you would do an M1 and M2. M3s, you cannot do this, you'll get killed. M3s, you need to be 58% at least protected from the elements. If you're any lower than that, you're just throwing. Starstone is the last mutation that we'll talk about this week, and that is nature. Okay, so you would get in here with your nature amulet and boom, now I'm protected 38.5% against nature. This is how you would do it for M1s and M2s. It makes it a lot easier on you. Now, hey Bebop, I don't have these protection amulets yet. Where do I get them? Well, I'm glad you asked. And let's go over here to the gypsum kiln. Now, running mutations, you will build up materia for whatever dungeon that you're running. So there are certain dungeons that will drop protection amulets. Okay, also, really quickly, make sure you get your free gold here and free dark matter. If we open that up, a little bit of sidetrack here, but if we open that up, we will get 1,500 gold and 250 dark matter. You can do that once per week. Back to the amulets. If we scroll down here and we go to where the new gear is, because all this stuff is 625 gear, it's old stuff, doesn't need to be there. I don't even know why it's still in the gypsum kiln. You look at Lazarus instrumentality replicas, and you can come down here and you can see each one of these will have amulets. Now you will random roll this third perk. You don't know what you're going to get. And same thing with the earrings and rings. Okay. There's only 3 dungeons that will drop protection amulets. Genesis will drop a nature protection amulet, which is the Grove Light, nature protection and health. It's going to be split stat, strength and dex. This also will drop a regenerating earring if you're looking for PvP earring, regenerating and healing heart. And then the Bis ring right here, Soul Pollen, leeching, and you just hope for hardy. So very good stuff to have. You need the dense Genesis materia, so you have to run that a lot to get it. Also, if we go to Forge, Tempest doesn't have one, and he doesn't have one. Forge right here, this will have the fire or the flame protection amulet, okay? Flame protection, 15% less fire damage and empowered, and it will come with a random perk. Let's just throw one out there. Let's just see what we get. All right, we got Shirking, Debilitate, Cleanse. Cool. Don't need it. All right, now we will scroll down here. Barnacles does not have one. Savage does have one. It will be Arcane. Also comes with a earring here, Healthy, Toast, and Nimble, which a lot of people really like. It will be Intelligence. And for healers, the Hardy Nature Damage ring, which is super good. So then we can come down here to all the Azoth stuff, and you can try to take your chances on cashing in with one of these amulets. Let me see if I can find one. All right, the Azoth Crystal Amulet. You could try to take a chance and see what you get, but protections are pretty rare to get with this, but at least you can just use your Mutated Materia. But I'm assuming you're a fresh start server, you're probably going to be wanting to get the Frigid Dawn set. So if you go up here and you type in the Frigid Dawn set, there it is. And that goes with the video I made the other day, showing you how to craft it in here, get the Mutated Materia for running the M1, M2, M3s, and then you can craft this gear at the Gypsum Kiln. Now, if you go over to the auction house and you see how expensive some of these protection amulets are, they get pricey. And let me show you how to look those up in here in case you don't have one and maybe you just want to go ahead and buy one. You're big balling because you've been selling a lot of bags or who knows what. Probably Desert Sunrise to me. You come right here to the filters and you can type in protection, and this will be all your different protections that you can go and look for. Let's say if I want, you wouldn't want to do the frozen protection because you can get that out of Glacial Tarn. That amulet out of Glacial Tarn, you wouldn't want to look for flame because that you can get out of Forge. And then, you know, nature protection you can get out of Genesis. Now, let's say you were looking for void protection. All right. Let's go here. You type in, you want it to be minimum of 6, you know, I don't know, 75 or whatever you fancy. And there you go. You can find amulets that way. There's a good one right there. Empowered Health Void Protection for 6 grand. Now, I'm on Nisa server. It's a legacy server, so the prices are probably going to be cheaper here than other places. But that's how you would search for those type of amulets. Anyways, that's what today's video is about. It's a short video, but I wanted to get straight to the point and just show you that those amulets will help a lot. And I had a couple commenters say we couldn't get in the certain dungeon or a certain raid because we didn't have a certain amulet. Well, there's a reason. 15% is huge. And we know that if you don't have that, you're going to be a big liability and looking for a hard carry. And you just don't know it because you don't know what you don't know. And it's not your fault as a new player. AGS really doesn't do a good job at all explaining these things in game as far as honing stones, coatings, potions, trophies, all that stuff. So that's why I'm here. I hope you enjoyed the video. I stream live every day on Twitch. Feel free to stop by, ask any questions you want. I do answer all comments back in the comments. And I will see y'all in the next video. Have a good one. Later.